It's all today at 4 o'clock right here on ABC 7 Eyewitness News after Oprah.
You didn't sleep much. You're having nightmares.
I don't have any pictures of me and Danny when we were kids. I wish I did.
It might help if you tell me what's going on.
I got the results of the DNA test, and you were right. I'm adopted.
I'm just starting the paperwork to find your daughter. Unless you change your mind.
I'm not sure that I want to see her or approach her, but I do want to find out what happened to her. And I'm praying that I find out that she's happy and has had a great life.
Nicholas! Oh my God!
Okay.
Saw your car in the ditch.
Yeah, I get some black ice and spun out. I don't care about the car. I need to find it.
You need to find what?
Courtney's grave.
Dr. Williams, 2501. Dr. Judy Williams.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hi.
I miss you. Is there any chance that, we can meet tonight?
Wow, look at that smile. You must be getting some good news.
I'm relieved that there's an extension on that assignment. I was running behind.
Someone there?
You're right. Just to double check, when are those lab reports supposed to be in?
All right. I have to go to the hospital for a checkup. After that, can you meet me at the guest house?
Okay, yeah, got it. That sounds terrific. Thank you so much for your help on this.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so I have Morgan's trains and 3 books packed.
Okay. I'm very happy that you took care of your brother. Makes me feel good. You got your homework in your backpack?
Yes, Mom likes to help with it.
And Mom's supposed to pick you guys up and Letitia in a few minutes. I gotta go to the hospital.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I'm just, they gotta make sure the virus is all gone, and I'm fine.
Do you ever get lonely when me and Morgan go to Mom's?
I worry about both of you all the time, but do I ever get lonely? Nah.
You know, we've barely spoken since I got back from Markham Island.
Yeah, it's been a really difficult time for everyone.
I know it has. The hospital staff has certainly been overworked, which is why I was surprised to find you Sunny's the night I got back.
A lot's happened since then.
Really? Like what?
Carly, I'm extremely busy right now, so I don't have time for questions about my personal life.
Just trying to make conversation. What? I think Emily does the protest too much, don't you?
Jax.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I'm glad you're up and about.
I wanted to meet your son.
You believe I actually have a son?
Actually, for all these years that I've known you, you've always wanted children. Underneath your suave, jet-setting exterior, you've been a family man all along. I'm sure Brenda would be really happy for you.
Yeah, I hope so.
So how's little John doing?
Oh, he's doing better. He's getting stronger. Grabs my finger.
So
He
great.
looks at me.
Well, you guys are bonding. I'm sure all that's helping him get through this.
Mom, I can't take all the credit. And Carly's been really great, too.
Carly? I don't know why you would let her anywhere near your child.
You hit your head. Why don't you let me take you to the hospital?
Oh, I'm fine. It's not any worse. I would have gotten in a fist fight or something, which I'm surprised I didn't after the way I acted at Courtney's memorial. I yelled that the church should fall in on all the hypocrites for how they treated Courtney.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the last thing she would have wanted, for me to ruin her memorial.
I'm sure she'd be a lot more worried about how you're doing right now.
Right again.
Nicholas, I know how it feels to be the one left alive.
Everyone expects you to be grateful, but you're so angry you can't stand it, so you act out. You do incredibly stupid things, but of course that doesn't help. It just is a waste of energy and emotion, and it hurts the people who love you. The sooner you can find closure, the better off you're gonna be.
Closure. Everything all neat and finished, time to move on?
No, you're not gonna be able to move on for a long time. But you can't spend the rest of your life out here, that's all I'm saying. Where do you think Courtney's grave is? I'll help you find it.
Wow. I must really be losing it. Courtney doesn't have a grave. I just remembered she was cremated. God, kidding me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Mike called. The funeral home has her ashes. How can there be nothing left of the woman I love except ashes?
All right, you're going to need to provide me with as much information as possible, sweetheart. Obviously, I'm going to need to know the year, the date, the place of birth, as well as the clinic that the baby was born in. Do you remember any of the staff's name, or did you sign any papers?
I don't remember. I don't. Miko sent lawyers to handle everything. That's all I remember.
Okay, what about the baby's father?
I never told the baby's father that I was pregnant. I was scared. I was 16. I was ashamed and obviously in complete denial. I figured that teenage girls go to boarding school and they gain weight, and that's what I was going to say in case anyone noticed, but no one did. No one really ever noticed me. I was always in the background studying, and that's what I did. I studied. I got A's. And then one day I fainted in gym class, and then the nurse found out that I was pregnant, and she called Miko's, and of course she read that very emotional, concerned letter. And then I got sent to Chatham, Maine, to a clinic to have the baby.
That's a start.
I sometimes thought I should just get on a bus and go to the city and get a job and have the baby on my own. Maybe that's what I should have done. God only knows where my life would be now.
Well, since you wouldn't have gone to Yale, definitely would have been at Port Charles.
But I would have had a daughter who knows her mother.
Robin called with the DNA test results last night.
I knew that you were upset, that you would tell me when you were
You know,
ready.
I don't even know what to think about this. Jason, my mind is just sort of going in circles. I just found out that my entire life is a lie, and all the assumptions that I had made. I always thought that my mother left with Danny because of me, because that's what she told me. She told me that me and my father were two of a kind, and she couldn't deal with both of us, and I believed her. I thought I inherited my ability to run a scam because of my father.
You learned from him. That's almost the same thing.
I don't know who I am. Everything I thought was true about myself and my life was a lie. I don't know who my parents are. I don't know why my mother gave me up.
If it would help to have some answers, we can try to find your real mother.
Absolutely not.
I just wish now I had waited for the DNA test. Why did I have to be in such a hurry?
Sam, you
Jason?
needed to know.
On the day of my brother's memorial, I find out that he's not my biological brother?
Danny is always going to be your brother, just like Emily is always going to be my sister, blood or not. Okay? Nothing can erase the love you felt for him or the way you looked after him. Now, if you want to try to find your real mother, it's not going to mean that you love Danny any less.
I know, but this isn't just about Danny. Say I go digging around in my past. Jason, I'm afraid of what I'm going to find. I don't know if I want to know who my mother is or who my parents were or why they gave me
Well,
up.
you know what? You don't have to think about that today, all right?
Besides, what do we have to go on? I don't even know where I was born.
You know when.
If that's even true. For all I know, my parents lied to me about everything.
Oh, Sam, we can't assume that.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Look up every birth certificate of every girl born May 11th, 1980? And I was supposedly born on Mother's Day.
You don't remember the name of the clinic?
Bilson? Maybe Billmore. I can't.
You sure it was in Chatham, Maine?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure about that. I remember because I remember being in the car and we were passing all these New England villages and then we passed a sign that said Chatham, Maine because that's right when the driver said, "This is it."
Okay, well, the driver, do you remember anything about him? Did you remember
It was a
what kind
car
of car?
service. It was I don't remember.
Oh, boy. You're pretty removed from all of this.
It was handled. I was handled. I was given instructions and I followed them.
I understand. Okay. But the baby was born in the clinic and not in a local hospital, right?
Yes. It was a professional place. The staff, there was doctors and nurses.
Okay. Do you remember anything about the clinic in particular?
It was not uncomfortable. I had a private room. The staff was nice.
Okay.
I brought my homework. I sat there and I studied because I was expected to keep my grades up.
You don't remember signing anything? I mean, a release form, Alexis, anything at all?
I don't. The only thing that I remember is the date. It was May 11th, 1980, and I'll never forget that. Because I gave birth to my baby on Mother's Day.
Okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Like fine for a middle-aged, exhausted, recovering alcoholic with a failing liver, fine? By the looks of things, you're getting worse.
Look, I understand that you're not terribly fond of Carly.
Oh, can you blame me?
No, I get it. You know, I mean, she's wreaked havoc on your life.
Mine and a lot of other people's. Why add your name to the list?
I know. Look, I've never liked Carly much either, okay? I've certainly had my, experiences with her in business. They weren't very good. But she's been really great with John. I mean, she's been there the whole time. She's sat by his side, except for the short time when she went to find the antidote.
Which she did with Jason. If she failed to mention that, it's because she wants to use your gratitude.
To what length? I don't understand.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know from painful experience that Carly never does anything out of the goodness of her heart.
I just don't know how she could be, working an angle by helping little John. Look, Carly and Courtney were best friends, okay? I really think that Carly is genuinely committed to little John's life.
Come on, Jax. You can't be that naive. There has got to be some angle here, and if you're not careful, you're going to live to regret it.
Dr. Phillips, 2508. Dr. Brian Phillips, 2508.
When I got back from the Markham Islands, guess who was at Sunny's putting my kids to bed?
Emily was sent home from the hospital because she collapsed from exhaustion.
Then why didn't Emily go home? Why did Emily go to Sunny's?
Why aren't you thanking her for saving Sunny's life instead of acting all suspicious?
Old habit. I guess it's easier for me to come to the worst possible conclusion about someone. And if Courtney were here, she'd tell me to get over it, Carly.
So, get over it, Carly.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. How are you doing?
Well, it's a sad time, but I'm gonna get through this. I think the hardest part for me is how everything seems like it's really normal for a little bit, and then all of a sudden...
And then you're reminded all over again that they're gone. Yeah. That must happen to me 10 times a day. This morning there was a commercial for the Oscars coming on this Sunday on ABC. And I reached over to grab the phone to call Courtney and invite her over. I thought we could pop popcorn and we could just sit back and critique all the dresses, and man, it was going to be so much fun. And then I realized that Courtney's gone. She's just gone.
Why don't I come over this Sunday? We could watch the Oscars and critique all the dresses, and you could tell me which ones Courtney would have liked.
Thank you. That would be fun.
Nicholas, what happened?
It's nothing. I'm okay.
He ran his car off the road.
Okay, let me take a look at it.
No, I'm fine, really.
An all-new Injustice, tonight 9/8 Central, only on ABC.
Jason, maybe this isn't fair. Just you and me going to Danny's gravesite. Maybe I should call some other people. Maybe I should call Sunny or Carly, or I'm sure Michael would go. Maybe Monica would go out of respect for you. I just
We
feel
can
like they
wait
might...
if you want. That's fine. We can make arrangements to fly in people from Danny's group home, invite some people here. We can do whatever you want.
No. I'm being silly. Nobody here in Port Charles really knew them, and they probably wouldn't want to go. And the last thing that Danny would ever want is a bunch of people standing over his grave mourning him.
What about the people from the group home?
I called, and they're having a service for him on the beach in Hawaii. They understand what it means for Danny to be gone. I just don't think anybody here understands that. I don't know what to do.
Well, you need to say goodbye in whatever way that feels best to you.
That's just it. There isn't really a way that feels best because I don't want to say goodbye.
There's a really nice tribute in here to Courtney. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. I'm gonna call Nicholas.
Hey, do you remember the attorneys that handle all of Mikos' U.S. business in 1980?
Don't ever let me accuse you of not staying on task.
Alexis, I've seen what the pain of losing this child has cost you, and I want to do what I can to help you find the truth.
And I won't be the overprotective, deeply neurotic mother that I am today.
Let's not shoot too high.
I have no idea who handled the Cassadine business. It might be in family papers, and we can check it out. We'll ask Nicholas, but of course,
Yeah.
we shouldn't do it today.
No, I agree. Not today.
God, I almost missed this. This is Danny McCall right here. Look at that. It's so small. It's easy to miss. One family member, just one, Sam. He's being buried at St. Joseph's.
Alexis,
it's a private ceremony.
You couldn't have done anything to save Danny.
That isn't
McCall.
true.
It was the doctor's decision to give
And
you
I
the serum and
refused
not
it.
him. And then you would have left two children motherless.
So I chose not to. Did you see the way that she stared at me at the hospital?
She's grieving, Alexis.
She'll never be able to accept an apology from me, and I don't blame her.
Alexis, she's angry, all right? She's trying to focus on you instead of focusing on her own loss and pain.
I understand that. I do. I understand that intellectually, but emotionally, I just know how I felt when she looked right at me and said, "You owe me."
Okay, listen to me. She had just lost her brother. She was feverish herself. Look, she's in the throes of grief right now. The best thing that you can do is to stay clear of her and allow her time to heal.
Time isn't going to lessen the pain for her. It may not even lessen her anger. All I know is that no matter how grateful I am for what she did for my daughter, when she needed me to reciprocate and save her brother, I didn't do it.
Look, I admit that Carly can be incredibly self-serving. But she promised Courtney that she would take care of her son, and she's done that. You know, she's made a real commitment to my son.
Carly abandoned her own son before he was even a week old.
I don't know, maybe she was trying to make amends.
And let her make amends with her own children. Michael and Morgan have been shuffled around for years. Even now, she hardly spends any time with them. Carly is number one in her life and always will be. Well, except for maybe Jason if he can do something for her.
Which brings us to the real heart of the matter, doesn't it? Carly's latched onto Jason, and she's not going to let go, and it makes you furious, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not jealous of
Oh, I
their
didn't say jealous. I said furious. It makes you... It's a little bit furious, doesn't it?
All right, I admit to that. There is no one that gets under my skin like that woman.
Oh, trust me, I've noticed.
Carly used Michael to manipulate everyone around her, and I'm just worried that she's going to do the same thing with your son.
I disagree. I think people have complex motives. And I think that people are all good and all bad. And believe me, I know that Carly can be every bit as devious as you say. But she can also be strong and supportive. And I really need that right now.
Hello. Nicholas here for a checkup.
I'll get you signed.
Thank you.
Does that look like a man who's jealous or smitten?
Nicholas, you're gonna need a bandage and probably a few stitches. All right, let's just get you into an exam room.
It's not that serious.
He was confused when I found him. He forgot something pretty important. I think he might have a concussion.
If you're disoriented, you're gonna need a CT scan.
I don't have a concussion, and I don't need any tests or scans.
Well, it must be obvious we're not gonna let this go, so why waste time fighting?
There you go. Excellent point, Maxie. So if you let her bring you here, you might as well let us treat you.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Carly,
Hey,
what are you doing? You're supposed to be home. Boys are waiting for you to pick them up.
I'm on my way to go get the boys, but you know what? I think we need to get a few things straight.
What happened to taking it easy? You trying to kill yourself?
Good morning to you too, Dr. Drake.
You're not supposed to be working.
You're back to giving me a hard time already, huh?
Look, if you relapse, it's gonna make me look bad.
I don't buy that. What's wrong? What did your father do this time?
I caught him grabbing his side in obvious pain. He was in bad shape before the epidemic, and the way he drove through it, he
Well,
can't...
Noah was trying to save lives.
Yeah, but what about his life?
I know. Have you tried talking to him about the
Won't
transplant
consider it.
again? Well, Noah's trying to protect you.
I need your help.
Wow. You really are desperate.
I want you to try and get through to my dad.
Dear God, we are here today to say goodbye to one of your blessed children, Daniel McCall. He lived a simple life, but it was a life full of courage. Every day, Daniel overcame limitations that would have discouraged most of us. But he always found a way to keep going. He also had a great deal to teach us about love and family. Daniel McCall loved his sister, and his sister loved him.
Mom and Dad told me when they brought you home, they said they picked you special to be my little sister. They chose you just for me. I'm so glad Mom and Dad made you my sister. You loved me always, when no one else did. Was I a good enough boy to get into heaven?
To make a good life out of what we have, to always hope, and to love one another, as Danny loved his sister, and as you have loved us all. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Look, when I got back from the Markham Islands and I found Emily at your place, I assumed that you guys were sleeping together.
I don't want to get into this right now.
Please hear
Can we
me
just-
out. Please.
Okay.
That night you told me what I picked up on was gratitude. Nothing else.
Right.
That Emily had helped Nicholas and a lot of other people here at the hospital, not just you. Basically, my mother just told me the same thing. So now that I have calmed down, I realize that Emily is over you. She saw us kissing, and that was that. So, this is me, Carly, telling you I was out of line, and I'm backing off.
I think we should. It's good that we both back off.
Mr. Corinthos, the doctor's ready to see you now.
Okay, thank you. So, you can pick up the...
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say goodbye to little John, and then I'm gonna head on over.
I know I already told you, but I'll tell you again. It's great what you're doing for little John, and I'm sure Courtney would appreciate it.
Thanks. It's gonna take a long time for everyone to heal. We should all be a little kinder to each other along the way.
Live Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on ABC.
All right, let me get this straight. You're asking me to meddle in your father's life.
Yes, and the sooner the better.
I tried to convince him from the beginning. I'm not sure Noah will listen to me.
It's my decision. I already made it.
Choosing to die. Do you understand how selfish that is?
According to you, I've done more than my fair share of damage anyway.
No translation, you'd rather continue to feel sorry for yourself.
Look, I spent too many years in self-pity. I was hoping to move the other direction.
By not resting during the epidemic, pushing yourself to the point of collapse? That...
Like you, I was trying to save lives.
What about all the lives you still need to save? Starting with your own.
You guys, this isn't helping.
Not long ago, you were okay with me just to crawl off and drink myself to death. I can still do that.
Don't let me stand in your way.
You know, back off, Patrick. You and I, we're gonna lose whatever time we have left.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What you said really helped.
I wish I had known Danny better.
You would have liked him a lot.
I'm sure I would have. I'll keep you and Danny in my prayers.
Thank you. You know, it's a good place for Danny out here. He's really close to my daughter. When he was dying, I told him to wait for her. That she would be there, waiting for him. Do you think they found each other?
I think whatever heaven is, I know it's beautiful. And I know Danny's there and he's happier than ever.
You always know the right thing to say. Can I have a couple minutes to myself?
Just be at the gate, okay?
Thank you.
This is only going to take a second. I'm sure that the service is over and Sam's left by now, so I just want to put some flowers on Danny's grave.
I appreciate that you want to offer your condolences and make peace with Danny, but at the risk of saying it again, you did nothing to hurt him or Sam's baby daughter, for that matter.
Not in a legal sense, but on another level.
Alexis, you're guiltless in both of those deaths, and I'm going to keep hammering away at you until you let go of this guilt that you're carrying around with you.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Waiting for me?
Oh, you didn't think I was just gonna dump you at the hospital and take off, did you?
Well, thank you, but you're going way above and beyond the call.
Come on, your car's in a ditch outside the cemetery. I thought maybe I could give you a ride.
That's very thoughtful, but
In other words, no thanks. You'll catch a cab.
No, not at all. I've been thinking about what you said about closure. See, in my family, it's tradition to never let go of anything, to hold on to all pain as long as possible.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And Courtney, she was good at cutting her losses, at letting go. And I intend to follow her example. I need to find a way for me to say goodbye.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, this is something I need to do alone. But thank you for waiting. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, you saved my life. I kind of owed you one.
Bye.
Bye.
Dr. O'Leary, 3408. Dr. Kyle O'Leary, call 3408.
I need to see you.
He looks so good, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, the doctors think so too. You know, you should have your test results back within the hour.
Really, I'd love to hear about them.
Why don't you stick around?
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'm supposed to pick up the boys from Sonny's, but Letitia can watch them for a little while. I'll be right back.
Great.
Corinthos residence.
Letitia, hey, I'm gonna be a little late picking up the boys.
How did your checkup go? Are you okay?
Yeah, doctors are saying that, you know, they're happy with my recovery, and I want to tell them the truth, that it was all because of you. And I know you're not comfortable keeping our relationship a secret. Neither am I.
I hate the lying, but with everyone grieving for Courtney, I think it would be selfish to make an issue out of our relationship right now.
You know what? Once things settle down, I mean, we can be open, right? About how we feel.
I think we might not be able to wait much longer. Carly's getting suspicious.
Not anymore, because listen, she saw me walk by you and Nicholas, and there was kind of a look on her face. I'm pretty sure she thinks that we're over.
Did you say something to her directly?
Not directly, not in so many words, but you know, a lie is a lie, and I'm not gonna. Look, I'm not proud of the fact that I'm misleading the mother of my children. But I do think it's best that she thinks we're over.
I'll fix you some lunch.
Thank you. Daddy, sing Morgan. What? You wanna go play hide and seek in the guest house? Where's the guest? Come on.
I wish I could tell the world how happy you made me.
I know taking those tests are tough, but they're sure worth the wait, because one day those tests are going to tell the doctor that you're okay to go home. And then your daddy is going to take you to your house where you're going to have a beautiful new room, right?
You know what? You should listen to your Aunt Carly. 'Cause she loves you a lot. We're both very lucky to have her.
Everything makes sense in heaven. Right? You aren't left out. Nobody makes you feel like a dummy. Everything that used to hurt you and all the things that you couldn't do, I know you can do them now. I bet you're reading the newspaper cover to cover every morning. And those street signs. And all those menus. You don't go out to go buy pictures anymore, do you? Nobody's gonna look at you funny. Nobody's gonna look at you with pity. You know what? Nobody's gonna see you at all because you're gonna be riding so fast on that motorcycle of yours with the wind in your face. You're free. Danny, you're free. I should be happy for you. And I am happy because you are in a better place now. I'm just being a little selfish. Because I miss you so much.
Sam, I am so sorry. I thought that you would be gone by now. I just wanted to leave some flowers for your brother.
How dare you show your face here when you killed my brother?
Okay, good. The shades are drawn. That way no one will be able to see us. The door's probably locked, so... It's a good thing I know where to find the extra key.